Hello, today we'll be doing a video on Game Theory's video on Subnautica, the Dead Planet. So basically, they made a claim that in the world of Subnautica, which is basically a underwater survival game with basically you're underwater and there's fish that will try to eat you, and there's a whole story. But we'll not be getting much into like on the planet story. We will be getting into what the ship that they basically claimed that was wrong about the game is the ship crashing was not big enough. That the zone that was dead, called the crash zone, was not big enough. This I have an issue with because I like spaceflight, so I personally went and did the research, and I can almost possibly say that they were wrong. So basically, what Subnautica is about is basically you start on the Aurora, which is the main spaceship in the game, and you're coming around doing a gravity assist, which is where you slingshot yourself around the planet to gain more speed. But sadly, they were met with a laser that shot them down onto the planet. So Game Theory's argument was that the ship would have caused a lot more damage than we see in the game. Which, although, yeah, I think there could be a little more damage, I think that they're actually pretty close to what it should have been. And I'll start my reasonings now. Remember to hit that subscribe button. I need to subscribe. Actually, I don't need to subscribe, but I really like to be more well known, and make people actually watch my videos. That'd be nice. Please subscribe, please. Anyways, back with the video. Looked for anything I could possibly find. So first things first, make this possible. So I went to the voice logs, and guess what I found?
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in. This is Keen. Life pod detached. Okay, planet fall in 30 seconds. The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there. Understood, but they are your responsibility now. Don't let them down. Captain, you need to evacuate. Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent. Captain?
So a lot happened there, but the big thing is that he said he was attempting a controlled descent. That's not what they showed in the video, which was the ship crashing straight into the ground. That's not what it is. Okay, so let's start flinging some fish and solve this mystery. So, it's to try to prove it was a controlled descent. I looked for something that I knew about the space shuttle of how it landed. By basically what it would do is it would pitch up at the last moment, basically tilt itself upwards. So I went around to the back of the Aurora and found some friendly guys, definitely not gonna eat my face off, and yeah, they didn't eat my face off. But when I went down here, yeah, do you see this? Whoa, did you catch it? Let's look at the map and see what happened. So, do you see it? Do you see what it is? I think those are engine tread marks. That can only be possible with what we said earlier, just the ship pitching up. So, yes, this proves the crashing in the front theory. So, I think I know what happened here. This is basically what, yeah. It's basically, it must have done that. It must have pitched up and landed in the water, kind of as my demonstration here. Theory, definitely in the same game. No, don't ask any questions. So, in conclusion, I do believe that the ship must have crashed into the ground like that. I'd be wondering, does it change anything? Well, other than that they showed the ship crashing into the ground front first, just proves that.
But the main thing that this proves is that the reason that the space shuttle pitches up is because it needs to decrease the speed that it does. So what it does, yeah, it pitches up, and because it's pitching up and not straight, it has a lot more drag, and that slows it down. So this means that the Aurora wasn't going at orbital speeds, which first things first is impossible because you'd burn up in the atmosphere. But second, they did say in the video that they were going orbital speeds, so that also disproves that. But yeah, so decreasing the speed means that a lot less damage would be done to the environment, so that's a good plus. And also, if it were to going any faster, the tread marks would be a lot longer. Now, how fast was it going? I don't know, but it couldn't have been going that fast because the tread marks aren't very long. So yes. So I also do want to mention that there could have been damage that is sort of unseen. So we as the survivor wake up about 3 hours after the ship crashes. So the environment could have been a lot different when it crashed, in that the environment, it's an alien planet. This isn't Earth. So the environment could have adapted faster to the Aurora being there and damaging like potentially tons of life forms. The other life forms would have adapted and made it life a lot easier for them. So there's that. Basically, in the underwater floating islands, they say that the islands were recently put underwater by some dramatic event. This could have been because of the volcano that is existing in Subnautica, but I also think that it could have been because of the tsunami the ship made when it landed. Could have took the islands under and not the really big floating island. Conclusion: I do believe that my statements are true, although there will be people definitely trying to disprove it. But yeah, this is also my first commentary video, and I will try to get better. So please support me by subscribing. And I already said that, but just please. Yes, goodbye, and I will see you in the future.